Welcome back to more Phoenix Wright Justice For All. In the last episode, Edgeworth is now our prosecutor, so now we're hitting the Gumshoe's second testimony. So, Matt and Garde and Juan Cordia were huge rivals with each other. They thought the other as the guy in his way. That's motive enough in my book. As for evidence, there's the Gem and Ninja button. It was ripped off the ninja costume and was found in Mr. Engarde's hamaka. The defendant's fingerprints were also all over the knife. The defendant brought the knife for that crime, which makes it a premeditated murder. It's not premeditated. Sniffle. So the defendant's fingerprints were found in the knife used in the stabbing. It was sort of sticky on the handle, so the fingerprints came out pretty clear, sir. Clearly, sir. Whoa. Laggish. And there's this button. That was found in the defendant's clothes, wasn't it? Was it? And this button is also covered in blood? Yes, we know that the blood is on it is the victim's blood. What? Is it just me, or is this case seeming a little bit more one-sided than usual at the beginning? Yes, it certainly does, Your Honor. Ready to give in, right? Oh, and there's Edgeworth, being the dick as he always is. I'll find a hole in your argument somehow. You can press as hard as you like. Just hurry up with your usual pointless question. See? He's being the same dick as usual. Nothing's changed. Okay, so... yawn. Let's press here. Do you have any proof that that button belongs to the victim? Huh? I don't get you, pal. Let me put it this way. I'm asking you if you have any evidence to back up your claim that this button was ripped off the Gem and Ninja's costume. Huh? But can't you tell just by looking at it? And the victim's blood is on it. Anyone could have smeared that blood on there afterward. Mr. Edgeworth, help me, sir. Alright, I knew it had to be this piece of evidence. Now to reel this one in. Thread. Huh? The button was attached to a costume by thread, obviously. And that thread snapped when the button was torn off. If you match up the ends of the thread on the costume with the thread of the button, it's a perfect match. Yeah, that's it. They're a perfect match, pal. That's Edgeworth for you. Never misses a beat. You're telling me. Why is there still that tiny thing of penalty there? Gah. When was this button found? Pretty soon after the body was found, we rounded up everyone who knew Mr. Cordia. And then we did a search on them all. That's when we found the button. So it was almost immediate after the murder. Immediately. The police didn't have free time to lollygag and play tricks unlike some people. Hey, what is he trying to say about me here? Edgeworth is also being more of a dick than usual. Holy hell. He could have brought that knife for the crime, which makes it a premeditated murder. Actually, I think we actually have our first contradiction here. Objection! Yep. Wait a second. What? So the basis of your argument was that this was a premeditated murder simply by the fact that my client brought a knife beforehand? That's right, pal. The defendant did not buy this knife. Huh? Lag. Okay. Huh? It has a Gatewater seal set into the handle. Gatewater? I think I've heard that name somewhere before. That's the name of the hotel. The Gatewater Hotel. Hold on. Uh-oh. The murder knife was actually property of the hotel, which means that the murder was not premeditated. that is very true. This is a very big... What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? I'm sorry, but the defense is simply too careless. What? Oh, there he goes again with that three-finger wag. I think whether or not the crime was premeditated or not has already been determined. How so? I admit this knife is hotel property. There is no one currently on the police force that is dumb enough not to realize this. The question is, where did this knife come from? Well, why, that's obvious. It came from the victim, Mr. Cordia's room. Sorry, Your Honor, but that is incorrect. The victim ate a last meal before he was murdered. With that being the case, I would like to draw the court's attention to what is on top of the table. There is a knife and a fork on the table! But then, where in the world did this knife come from? If it pleases the court, I would like for us to recall the room of the defendant, Mr. Matt Ingarde. Especially what was on top of his table. There was something missing. Perhaps it is a single knife? Damn you, Edgeworth. We've investigated the leftover dishes for fingerprints, and while we were investigating, we came to the conclusion that Mr. Ingarde's knife was missing. Mr. Ingarde had gone to the victim's room with the knife he had used during dinner. Why would he carry a knife on a visit? To kill, of course. And with that, I believe the prosecution has proven this was a premeditated murder. Damn you, Edgeworth! Amazing! Mr. Edgeworth, absolutely brilliant! A brilliantly clear deduction! It seems Mr. Edgeworth had this plan from the very beginning. This must be one of those traps that he just walked headlong into it. A murder weapon with fingerprints and a button from the victim's costume. There is quite a sizable amount of evidence here. I can safely say that any further deliberation is a waste of Your Honor's time. Although, I wouldn't mind if the defense were to present evidence not yet shown to the court. Evidence not yet shown? It means evidence that the court hasn't seen yet. In other words, new evidence. What does the defense have to say about this, Mr. Wright? Well, Phoenix, the judge is favoring the prosecution right now. We can enter something wrong here. That gavel of his will be ringing off the sound of our feet. Why is it lagging at this most crucial part? Mr. Wright, do you have something important and necessary to present to this court? Apparently, we have. The defense? There's one. One piece of evidence that catches my attention. Something that this court has yet to see. Mr. Wright, I will say this one more time. I do not feel this trial needs to continue at all. However, I am giving you one chance, and only one chance. What the judge is saying, right, is don't try pulling one of your usual bluffs here. If I mess this up, it's curtain for all of us. Oh, yeah, the introduction of one-shot penalties. Yay! What is this important piece of evidence? Now I'm gonna have to think really. Hold on a minute. Evidence that we have not yet seen. Well, time to get my game face on, and that means alright. Wasn't doing anything. I didn't have the button, the thing clicked. I want to say. Apparently I was wrong. Sorry, Wright, but this time your bluffing steered you wrong. Okay, well, apparently that wasn't right. This is the guitar case? Evidence that we haven't seen yet. Take that! This is a wine glass, is it not? Please look at the photo of the crime scene one more time. I'm an idiot. The scene is a mess because of the victim's struggle against his assailant. The vase was broken, his makeup is all over the floor. These were all things that were at one point sitting on top of the dresser. Well, yes, I see your point. However, This glass that is sitting on top of the dresser is mysteriously untouched. There's only one. The only thing that had not fallen over everything else is this wine glass. This piece of evidence is more than strange enough to warrant further consideration. Well, what do you all have to say? Ah, well, yes. It is a little peculiar. Yes, isn't it? I thought it was. You can stop looking at me with those puppy dog eyes of yours now. Mr. Edgeworth? What is it, Your Honor? Your opinion? You don't need my opinion, because there is no special meaning to that glass. What? Of course there is. It's safe to say that the glass was set there after the crime took place, by the person who discovered it in the body, Adrian Andrews, for example. She could have easily been so shocked that she set the glass down without thinking. That does sound very plausible, Mr. Wright. Could Mr. Andrews really have set the glass down without thinking? Without thinking? It's possible. Okay, so apparently there's no way. Oh, really? The defense would like to challenge the prosecution's theory. We would like to see something that proves it was Miss Andrews who set the cup on the table. You've turned the situation on its head again, as usual. Mr. Edgeworth, do you have any proof to back up your claim? There's no way he has any. He's just bluffing. Unlike Mr. Wright, I would never say anything unless I have the evidence to support it. What? Oh, things just got real. You're not thinking hard enough today, alright? Did you think this wine glass escaped my notice? Then... Of course it has been thoroughly inspected. For fingerprints. Fingerprints? There were only one set of fingerprints left on this wine glass. Only one? Well, whose were they? They were not the victims nor the defendants. Rather, they were one of Adrian Andrews. What? This is why I said that the person who had discovered the body had left it there. Are we done, Mr. Wright? I can't believe I fell into another trap. He is just kicking our ass right now. Miss Andrews was probably holding the glass when she went to see Mr. Cordero. Upon seeing his dead body, she was stunned and set the glass down on the dresser. What you just said makes a lot of sense. Now do you see, Wright? You can't change any part of my scenario as it explains everything all too well. I thought long and hard this past year about what it means to be a prosecutor. And from here on out, I will show you the answer I have come to discover. Wait a second, Mr. Edgeworth. I think the prosecution has provided enough evidence for me to enter my verdict. Fudge. Unfortunately, I cannot allow you to pass judgment yet. The prosecution has another witness we would like the court to hear from. Another witness? Yes. Bailiff, please bring in the next witness. What in the world is that we're thinking? If he wanted us dead, if he wanted us screwed, No! Now then, wait, does Edgeworth know? Witness! Your name and occupation, please! Gotcha! I wonder what happened to that calm composure he had earlier. Oh, Edgy boy, it's been, what, a year since we last met, hasn't it? You should be more than happy to see me. I saw the report with her testimony, but who knew that under that helmet? It was the Wicked Witch of the witness stand. I tell you, this time I know what I'm supposed to do. So today, I'm going to tell you anything and everything. Even things that don't have anything to do with that terrible crime. This witness, that terrible crime is all this court needs to know. Shush! I'm talking to my dear Edgy Wedgie right now. Don't interrupt us, Gramps. Yes, madam. No, please, by all means, interrupt her, please! Anyway, witness, your testimony, please. It's true what they say that the youth are hot-headed nowadays. Not that I like that at all, Edgy. Now then, what should I start with? The witness was on security detail at the hotel on the night of the murder. Is this correct, Miss Oldbag? It was a great job being able to see my dearie Juan. It was almost too much for my little heart to handle. You mean you were a fan of the victim? Look, everyone is crazy over that garden thing. It's cute and fresh away or something. But not me. I wouldn't say that's anything so silly. After all, I have no interest in a little child like him. I'm only interested in a real man, Juan Cordero. Those two are the same age. Anyway, as I was saying, I was pacing in front. It's not lag, she's just speaking slow for once. Very well. Please tell the court what you witnessed the night of the murder. Just like old times.